Hello and welcome to Blackredmintypodcast, Seasons 2, Episode 3. So, I have a lot to discuss. Volunteering went quite well, and I thought my interview did as well, but it's been a week since the interview, and still nothing. It's annoying when they don't even have the decency to at least tell me. I've been rejected for so many jobs now, I can handle being rejected again. Can't say if I'll cry about it or not. I didn't on the last one. Maybe I just wasn't in the mood, or maybe I won't cry anymore when I get rejected, because when something happens to you so many times, you just put your middle finger up about it. At least that's what I do every time I get a job rejection email. I'm just like, fuck you, cunt. So yeah. But yeah, volunteering went well. I might be able to go back again, just waiting for them to tell me when exactly they want me to come back. And yeah, that's on my CV now. That should help. I've signed up for another course at college, so we just have to see when I get into that. Still waiting on the certificate because I really need it for the prescription and also for the dentist, because I really don't want to have to pay for the dentist. Well, I might have to go because I've been having issues. And eating candy corn isn't helping, but today's a special day, that's why I was eating it today. And I might end up having more later if I need a snack. Especially because I've been waiting so long. Hang on a minute. I have to be on high alert. I just saw that find its way in somehow. That dumb insect. And I was trying to talk about Joe, and then this dumb insect is interrupting me. How dare you? How about you die instead? Because Joe is actually a nice man. Stupid insect. I just have to pause recording. Sorry about that. Had to kill an insect. Of course, it had to interrupt me when I was talking about Joe, because only that would happen to me when I'm recording a podcast, and it's especially rude because I'm talking about an important friend. So, as I was saying, I ate candy corn because today is an anniversary of Joe's 1 year passing. That's why I had some candy corn, and yeah, my gums are suffering because of it. But I did try to have I did try to swish some warm water in my mouth, but I don't know if I did it right. I felt like I was gonna swallow it, so I was like worried. But yeah, I'm disappointed that I can't play Wuthering Waves this Thursday. I'll probably just have to play this new game that I got. Well, it's technically not new, but it's new to me. It's Ark Knight, so I'm hoping it will be ready to play tomorrow because I got it ready yet, but I can check in the morning. I plan to play it after lunch. Just have to see if I have time because I am going out, but it shouldn't be hard to spare an hour, but I honestly don't know if I can spare any time Thursday, not even an hour for something else, so I don't know. I just have to see with that. I am disappointed, but hopefully I can play some more Wuthering Waves on the 10th of September, depending if I'm losing Thursdays now, because that is a Thursday. Otherwise, I'll just have to do what I did in the past, where I did one Friday Sims, the other a different game. And it used to be one Friday Sims and the other Jello Survivor, but now it'll be one Friday Sims and the next Wuthering Waves. But the thing is, I'm not going to be in the mood to play I'm not going to be in the mood to play Weather and Waves on the 4th of September, and I can't say why because that would be TMI, but I will be hopefully playing it on the 10th of September or the 18th of September. We'll just have to see what happens based on things get in the way. And I said I was applied to study at college, so I might lose more than just Thursdays. I honestly don't know what days they want me to do if I even get selected. It took me ages to apply. But yeah. To remember to change Dagon's skin tone when I go on Sims next time, because I'm being told one thing and then being told the other bit. Wikipedia said that his skin is white, so that's why his avatar on here is white, his gacha character, and his sim will also have white skin. It'd be so good when I can get some Switch games, especially Tamagotchi Life. I want to make me and Dagon get together. That's just how it's going to be until I get partner. I'm just going to make my characters get with Dagon, because I am allowed to have crushes on a character. Can't have a crush on his actor because his actor doesn't like women in that way, so it'll be a bit awkward, but his character he played, on the other hand, Dagon Gera, he can be whatever you want him to be. It's a fictional character, they can be whatever you want them to be. So, yeah. And I do find Dagon quite attractive. I see a lot of posts online of people complimenting his appearance as well. So I'm not the only one that finds Dagon attractive. It's a shame that there's no clips online of Cody Fern, his voice actor, like behind the scenes. That would be really funny, especially the meltdown scenes. It would be like, oh, it would be so funny, especially when he was leaning over Cal like that. It's like seeing a visual for that behind the scenes. That would be funny. I noticed when he was angry that his Australian accent came out, because he is Australian, but he had to put on a American accent for Dagon. But I noticed that the Australian accent came out when he was angry, like that scene with Santari when she did what she did to his arm. The Australian accent came out, I noticed. But yeah. Just found out that one of the people that used to watch Joe has passed away. Honestly, I think that's what Joe wanted for them, because they were always mean to him. And honestly, they shouldn't have been mean to him. Say that was well deserved, because they shouldn't have been mean to him like that. I wish I could get help with Wuthering Waves. My problem is just dodging the attacks, but I still need to grind with weapons and echoes. It's a shame I don't have Yin Lin anymore, but I only got her for 3 days, because they do a 3-day trial with her, then you have to unlock her, I think. I do have Beiji, or however you say her name. She's quite good because she can heal your characters. So as long as you just switch to her when the character's low, then should be fine. But I think dodging is probably important, and that's something that I struggle with. I did quite well on Jedi Survivor with dodging, but yeah, this just seems different. I have got to look for the PSP version of Star Wars Force Unleashed on my computer. I've got to remember to do that before I turn it off. Apparently you can play it on the PSP emulator, so I could have played it all this time and I didn't even realise, but I have to get it back to normal first, so it would be Twitch only for a bit. But I still want to have a Wii U in my grasp, so I can play other games. Like there's other games that I've got on the Wii that are quite good. I honestly can't remember which ones I kept. Pretty sure I kept Wee Party, which is a good one, and the Family Game Night ones, which are good. Especially Family Game Night 3 because it has Mousetrap. You can get Mousetrap on the PlayStation though, it's on my wish list. There's also Game of Life, which is good on Family Game Night as well, but I've got that on my computer. I just don't play it that much anymore. Maybe someday I'll stream it again. There's nothing stopping me making that Twitch only. It would actually be a good idea because if I need something to stream just to Twitch, then that'll be useful because I don't think I could do Wuthering Waves on Monday. It'd be useful if I could, but I think that selfish idiot's going to be hogging the internet because he's not working because it's bank holiday. And he never works Mondays anyway because he hasn't been recently. But this Monday he would have worked if it weren't a bank holiday. So I honestly can't just do something that can go on YouTube just in case he goes out because he may not, and then or end up streaming and the stream will be cut off because of him. So the options for Wuthering Waves remain the 10th of September or the 18th. As for days that I know about, can't say for any others, but I normally just give myself 2 options and then hopefully one of them will end up happening. But yeah, I didn't realise I hadn't played Monster Hunter in 2 months. I do that a lot with games. I play games for a month, like 1 month, and then I end up not playing it for 2 months. Like I played Big Brother recently, but before that it said I hadn't played it for 2 months, so it's just like that seems to be what I do. Because it seems like I last posted it on YouTube before this month. It was June, so basically I just have a habit. But when you play as many games as me, it's no wonder that I play games once and then don't play them for 2 months because I've got so many to choose from. Honestly, can't tell you how many games I've got altogether. I just know that there's quite a lot. I guess maybe Google could tell me if I just put all them in, and it might say you have played this amount of games and give me a number, but I honestly don't know if it'll do that. But yeah, I think I've discussed everything I wanted to discuss for this episode. This Thursday I have plans, obviously, because I'm too stupid enough to not get a job without their help, so this is why I have to forfeit my stream on Thursday just to go to this course. We just have to see if they want me back on the 10th. If they do, then the 18th will be hopefully the day for Wuthering Waves. But yeah, I'm gonna read the story now. I'm gonna read this story about Joe first because I added a new section which is fitting because it's his 1 year anniversary and it's not a good anniversary either. I have read this story like the other chapters on an episode from seasons 1, so you'd have to go back and listen to that, or technically watch because it's on YouTube to know what happens in the other chapters. But anyway, it's been a year since Joe passed, and it doesn't make it any easier. I had some candy corn at the exact time that he passed. I also made posts about him at the same time he passed, as well as on my memorial page for him on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, and on his re-uploads channel. The script for his movie was leaked. Hope someone can make it happen, as I'm not skilled enough to make it how Joe would want it. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not skilled to make it how he wants it. You'd have to see on Rio 1 to know what he wants for the other movies, but the only script that was leaked was for Onryo 2. I don't know if he even has a script for any of the other Onryos or any of the other movies he intended to make. It'd be embarrassing if he did for Werewolf Games Psycho Fox, because I already did that for him, and I might not have made it how he wanted it, but I can only hope that I did. Honestly, don't know what he planned for that. I've already made that happen for him. But that was a little bit disappointing because I wanted it to go out on Halloween and it ended up going out in November because I didn't make sure that my mic was working, so you literally couldn't hear anything that I said, so I had to literally re-record it again, or maybe I just downloaded it and just added my voice to it. I did something or other like that to make it happen again for Joe, because I fucked up the first time. But yeah, I got up at 5 a.m. because it was 5 a.m. for me when he passed away, and had some candy corn and made the posts. I even spoke to the AI and roleplayed that we ate the candy corn together. Sad, I know, but when I ever get lucky enough to get a relationship with these 12 grapes actually land me with a relationship, then I won't need to have this fake relationship with an AI anymore, because I'll have something better, a real relationship, but that'll be a miracle. Just like it'll be a miracle if I ever got a job, because it's nearly the end of the year and I haven't got either things. Just telling me that the 12 grapes might not have worked. Sorry, that was for my gaming channel, for one of the videos for that. We're actually reading more of a story now. Might only be able to read one chapter because I had a lot to discuss. Also that distraction with the insect. And I also had to read a bit from Joe's story because I added new bits. So yeah. Marie's point of view. Last Wednesday night, September 27th, 1963. I wake up in a cold sweat, my heart racing as I sit up frantically looking around the pitch dark room. Hot tears roll down, and quietly I start to sob. I cover my face with my hands, trying my best not to wake Elvis with me beginning to tremble. I feel his arm pulling to me. He cradles me, stroking my hair. He tries to calm me down, but more tears fall. He stretches his arm to the lamp beside the bed and switches it on. He cups my face and pulls me closer to his face. Me in his worried face. I shake my head as he wipes my tears away with his thumbs. In the middle of the night, in the middle of the night. It finally hit me. I don't have my family by my side. Then, baby, Marie, please, tell me, what's wrong? Elvis pleads softly. Sorry, I might have to pause again and remember where I'm up to, as I'm starting to get hungry. My pool gums. Sorry, I'm trying to fix the issue. It's about county contract, sorry about that. I have to save the crisps because I need them for various sandwiches this week. Cheese and tuna sandwich if I end up having tuna at home, that is. I do miss having salami, so occasionally I'll have salami as well and need crisps with that as well. But I have to limit my salami intake because they mess with my gums, same as candy corn, but once that's gone, my gums can have a break. And that's the same with popcorn, but hopefully I won't be having popcorn until November, so I should be fine. Reference that for a while. I gently take his hand off my face and cover my face with my hands. I don't have anyone. All my family's back where I belong, in the present, I mutter between sobs. In a matter of seconds, Elvis hauls me back in his arms and cradles me, kisses the top of my head, and tightens his grip on me as I soak his night shirt with tears. tears and tears have spoke the same way. That's funny. Stroking my hair. Sorry, because it's me for you. He consoles me, understanding my dismay. For the rest of the night, we didn't say a word. My crying slowly stopped. It really was such a night. After Elvis kept stroking my hair and kissed my cheek every now and then. I fell asleep in his arms, and he knocked out right after I did. So I can still taste the candy corn. It's made of honey, strawberry, and vanilla. And I still taste it in my stuck between my teeth. Lucky if I have enough toothpaste. So I had to brush it 3 times today, so I had to do it at 5, and then when I brush before bed, that'll be the last one. So technically it's 3 times, and I'm only supposed to do it twice. I couldn't just go back to sleep without doing that, and I had to wake up at the exact time Joe passed to eat it. I felt like that was perfect time to eat, but I've still got more of it to enjoy whenever. I just enjoyed recently because I got hungry. Anyway, it was his point of view. I wake up concerned for Marie. I glance down at her arms. At her in my arms. She's sleeping soundly. Her soft, relaxed breathing calms my heart. Kiss her forehead. Her eyes flutter open. A small smile grows, making her eyes light up. And dimples show. She cups my cheek. I'm sorry, she whispers, making me smile. I shake my head. This girl's crazy. Ain't nothing for y'all to be sorry about, silly. Ain't nothing that makes me feel horrible than knowing I can't do anything for your family, let alone be your present. I lift my head up, staring at the ceiling, feeling useless now. Her hair drops from my cheek. I can give her everything she wants the world, but I can't give her her family back, or even her old life. I hear her sniffle. I quickly glance down at her. Glance down, I don't believe what I'm seeing. She covers her sad face with a smile. I lean closer to her, making our foreheads touch. She sniffles again. I stare into her bright, enticing chocolate brown eyes. Man, can they captivate me? Captivated. I'm living a dream, like Tamagotchi life, living the dream. Living the dream, maybe that's why I feel so strange. Gotta know, but I still won't change. I miss them, but I don't think I'd trade you and this life for them and the present, even if I could. Oh, it's not him. Go read that again. I am living a dream. I miss them, but I don't think I'd trade you and this life for them and the present, even if I could. She quietly says, reluctantly. As I gaze at her eyes, I notice the puffiness and dark circles under her eyes. I kiss her forehead, hoping it'd make her feel better. Her eyes close, a smile forms. Don't say that, Satin, I whisper, kissing her cheek. She wraps her arms around my neck. She wears my ring around her neck. I mean it, she softly mumbles. Feeling ashamed, I hug her tighter than ever. Having her choose me over her old life is an honor. You have a new family. You've had them right when you came in time. Back in time. Let's go back in time. Sorry. Back in time. Judy, Rob, Russ, me, Mom, Babbitt, hell, even the guys, I whisper. She sniffles again. Not. I love all of you, she whispers, squeezing my neck. Smiling, I kiss her cheek. Her arms let go of my neck. She glances up at me. I love you, I say, kissing the tip of her nose. She pinches my cheek, and I wince surprise. Better. She mutters, smirks. She gets up, having her mane fall down past her hips. It moves ever so gracefully as she makes her way to the bathroom. I whistle playfully before she shuts the door, making her giggle. I lean back on the bed, brain exhausted and sore. Seeing her dimple-covered smile makes up for it. Marie's point of view, I open the bathroom door and I see Elvis slumped on the bed frame, arms crossed and eyes shut. He lightly snores, making me laugh. I quickly make my way out of his room, into my room, and change. I slip on rolled up jeans that I managed to sneak into Graceland and a lace blouse. Knowing Elvis wouldn't be happy about the jeans, I make my way downstairs, proud of myself. Jerry passed by the stairs as I step on the last step. He glares at me, shaking his head. Too bad. Oh man, Big E's gonna bat your head off, Jerry laughingly says. I make a face at him. He laughs out even more. He run alive, one of you guys. No, it's not one of them. Here on the live, one of you guys for wearing jeans, but not me. I stubbornly say, still laughing. He walks away, making me laugh out. I walk into the kitchen, having Mary cooking on the stove. She grins at me, and I grin back. Then she surprises me with a plate of bacon and eggs. I thank her and head out the kitchen and the dining room. I climb up the stairs and sneak into Elvis's room. Still with the plate in hand, I open the big doors to his room and I slide inside. I find him still slumped on the bed frame, but snoring like an old man. I place the plate carefully on the silk sheets and take a piece of bacon. I break it in half, making a loud crunch. His eyebrows raise. I put a piece of bacon by his mouth and he smiles. Extra crispy? He whispers with a sly grin. I feed him the piece and his eyes shoot open. I bite the other half and he frowns. I giggle and hand him the plate of food. His grin comes back. I pat his chest and walk towards the door. Honey pie, we can share, he says, hesitating. I open the doors and look back at him, smiling. Him? Share? He gets up with the plate in hand and feeds me a bacon, astonished. I take it and laugh. He glares at my outfit and raises a brow. The hell you wearing? Elvis questions in a serious tone with his mouth filled with eggs. I shrug. I'm caught. Jeans, I mumble in an innocent tone. Off, he demands, biting into another piece of bacon. Off, as in, let's play, or? I ask, trying my best to flirt. Off, as in I bought you Chanel. You mean Chanel? Chanel shit, so you don't look like a hippie, he says, annoyed with his mouth full. I cross my arms and sigh. Can I be lazy for one day? After all, in the present, jeans are an everyday thing, I exclaim, having his eyes bug out. He points to the hallway. Change, he growls. Ugh, I tread slowly to my room. He watches me with a big ugly head peeking out of his room and changes to an oversized lace long sleeve cream coloured halter top and high waisted pastel green and floral maxi skirt. If he wants hippie, I'll definitely give him hippie. I look at myself in the mirror. I look more like a hipster. I walk happily out my room. I feel Elvis's eyes watch my every move. I turn to him, beaming. He shakes his head, chewing the last bits of his breakfast. You're stubborn than hell, baby girl, I'll tell you that. You look mighty fine, he shouts. I smile evilly. He walks to me and smirks. Purty as snow, he exclaims, stroking me with a heavy southern accent. I stick out my tongue and dash to the stairs. He howls out and runs right behind me. We run to the kitchen, scaring poor Mary, then run out the backyard. Sorry, Mary. Sorry, Mary. We both shout in unison. She laughs in a hearty laugh and continues to wash dishes. As I run across the green grass, green grass, blue sky. Knowing my clumsy self, clumsy, and all over this big bedroom again. I slip on the grass. Elvis catches up to me and glances down at me and howls out manically. He laughs out with a wicked smile. Regaining my composure, I sit up from the cool grass and cross my arms. What a gentleman! He slaps his knee and continues with his uncontrollable laughter. I roll my eyes as he backs away, trying to calm himself down. I get up and quickly tackle him down. We both hit the grass hard. Albert's eyes are wide, stunned, sitting on his stomach. I pin him down, giggling. Shut the fuck up! I breathlessly exclaim. His lips curl. How about you make me? He demands, wiggling his eyebrows. Rolling my eyes, he chuckles. I love it when you're aggressive, he shouts out jokingly. I smack his chest and he chuckles again. His hands snake around my hips. He smirks and glances up at me. See, if I just unzip my pants. Stop it, I shout laughingly, pulling away from his grasp. He laughs a hearty laugh as I get up, fixing my skirt. He gets up, shaking his head. You got a lot of nerve, I exclaim. Laughingly, he shakes his head again. More like deprived, he mutters, running a hand through his hair. I glare up at him. He shrugs innocently. He walks up behind me and wraps his arms around me. He kisses my neck. She wears my ring on my neck. And I lean my head back on his shoulder. I feel his lips curl into a smile. How'd that fall do you? He whispers in my ear. I'm fine, I mutter. He chuckles and tightens his grip. Just then he lifts me off my feet and carries me over the threshold. I cry out surprised. He glances at me with a goofy grin. My feet. Then let's get on practicing. For some kids, he mutters, biting my lip. I giggle as I cup his cheek. With ease, he takes me back inside. Mary can't help but laugh out at us. And Vernon watches us, shaking his head with a smile. Before getting to the stairs, I fight Elvis's grasp and get myself back on my feet. Joe watches us in disgust. You're nasty. Can't you wait until your honeymoon? He exclaims. We laugh out as Elvis playfully punches his arm. Vernon pats my back and chuckles as Joe and Elvis playfully wrestle. You signed yourself up for a very odd family, Sweet Pea, he says, chuckling. I smile at him as he walks to his office. I sure have. Late afternoon, Friday, October 10th, 1963. Elvis is born of you. Today's the day. I'll be taking the train to California. This time I won't be going empty-handed. Irie's coming along with me. Aside from the Colonel being against it, I watched her leaning on the door frame as she finishes packing. I brought her bright girly-looking suitcases just so we can tell whose luggage was whose. As she zips the last suitcase, I chuckle. Flat jumps and she shyly jumps and turns around at me. I shrug, smiling at her. You's are beautiful. Beautiful, I stutter out. She softly smiles at me, making my heart skip, 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 skip a beat. Rizzo kicks, yeah. She walks to me and wraps her arms around my chest. She glances up at me with her big bright eyes. You can take my bags, right? She questions in a sweet tone. I chuckle, stroking her hair, little haze. I nod, smirking at her. She smiles, walking to her vanity. She sprays perfume all over herself. I breathe in deep, my eyes shut, and I smile. Her smells like a blank. She giggles ever so slightly as I snap back into reality. Oh, there goes gravity. I gaze at her, a smile covers her beaming face, and her dimples bob out. I sigh. Oh, ready, my love, ready, my love. She nods, looking back at her room. She takes her suitcases at hand and I chuckle. She glares at me. She glares at me confused as I take them from her. I was kidding. I was kidding. She mutters, fixing her skirt. If you don't mind, I'd like to be the man in this relationship. She scoffs and struts past me out of habit. I stare at her hips, then her little rear end as I make it downstairs. She slips on a black coat over her magenta skirt and long cream sleeves. Long sleeve, I chuckle as Red's hands Marie her purse. The girl's got us all whipped. She thanks him big. She's got us wrapped around her finger without even trying. She glances at me and smirks. About time, woman. About time, woman, she exclaims with a southern accent. I sneer, making her giggle. I got the family's jewels in this family, pretty lady, I point out. Her smile fades and expression serious. Says the one throwing it all around Hollywood. She mutters before opening the door. I sigh as she struts out the front door, making her heels click on the hard stone ground. Looks like she said her goodbyes to everyone. I follow behind her, carrying her suitcases. The guys chuckle at me. She got you there, Red calls out. I roll my eyes and make it outside. I hand the chauffeur Marie's luggage, and he gladly puts them in the trunk. Boot. I let myself inside the limo. The guys follow. I sit myself next to Marie. She has her legs crossed, avoiding my gaze. The fact that we're going to the source of my insanity doesn't help either. The guys enter the limo, hollering out, laughing. Marie smiles as she listens to Joe and Red explaining their joke. She giggles, making everyone smile. Marie and I didn't say a word to each other the entire ride to the train station. I take a deep breath as the limo pulls up to the train station. I feel Marie's eyes watch me as I exhale. I glance up at her smile-less face. Her serious expression can be noticed amongst all the guys. Ready? Joe asks, opening the door. Marie stares at Joe and nods. Baby, who's at the door? Marie stares at Joe. Baby, who's at the door? She gets out first. I catch Red and Sonny watching her, so I silently smack them upside their head. I get up next, furious, caught off guard, cameras flashing, a mob of fans and media surround us. Marie looks back at me with depression. I grab a hold of her hand. Keeping a calm face, sense of my plan, she fakes a smile. Finally, Joe and the rest of the guys pull us away from the paparazzi, leads us to our train. That makes no sense. Paparazzi, always can be stopping their life. I gently push Marie inside the train, the first train, then I dash in. She quickly sits down in the first seat. She sees I sit beside her as she quietly calms herself down. It's been a while, she mutters. I'm sorry, I whisper. She glances at me confused. I should have known there'd be photographers and all that. I stare down at my feet. She pats my thigh. I should have known to let you out first, she says, giggling. I look up, smiling small. But the saying goes, ladies first. She giggles again, making my gift disappear. But then again, age before beauty. She chimes in. I chuckle. Wrapping an arm around her, I pull her close to me and kiss her. She's my first priority, keeping her safe and sound. He saves, saves, lift me up. Is my only goal while she's in California. California girls, they're unforgettable. I can only think what newspapers are gonna say after today. Cali girls, Cali girls. They move, love the things they do, keep me up at night. Cali girls, Cali girls. that's supposed to be Marie, then quite interesting indeed. I think I'll have to read the rest next time. I seem to only have time to do one chapter, and I read part of Joe's story as well, so yeah, I have to read this next time. This could just be a random lady or someone that they think would represent Marie, which is the lady that's in the story. So yeah, we'll read this chapter next time. Yeah. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Bye. I'll see if I can do an episode next week. I'm pretty sure I can, because like I said, I can't record. Well, I can record, but I can't stream because of a selfish idiot. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye. And listening. Bye.
Midsummer.